Here is a foolproof guide to make money online in 2025 as a complete beginner, even if you have no business experience, even if you have no idea how to make money online, even if you're just getting started today. And this is told by somebody who's made over $575,000 online. Hint, hint, me. So 6 years ago, I went from this, stuck in a 12-hour dead end day job, to this, making six figures per year online. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you the easiest and quickest way to get started. And I'm going to share my story of what worked for me. And this might not be the best path for you, but I can tell you that it's worked really well for me after failing at dozens of business models, and it's working really well for people who I'm teaching this to. So before I became a six-figure copywriter, that's what I do, by the way, I write copy. I tried a handful of business models. So I tried sales, Forex, ebooks, bookkeeping, drop shipping, drop servicing, Facebook flipping, web development. You name it, I tried it. Um, I tried so many different things over the years, over the course of several years, and I failed over and over and over and over again. Once I found out that people could make money online, I just thought, why else would I do anything different? Why would I be stuck in a dead end day job in one location when I can see people who are traveling the world, making 10K a month, be able to wake up whenever they want, work whenever they want, vacation whenever they want, and wherever they want, and provide for their family fully. So that was my goal from day one. And I tried all these business models and they didn't work out. I gained traction with some. I barely got any traction with some. But when I went into copywriting, it all worked out. And so what I do, I bought all the books, I bought all the courses, I went onto YouTube to watch videos like this, and I decided to go all in. And 6 weeks later, I landed my first client. So here is a screenshot from February 16, 2019. So this is 6 years ago now. And I made my first sale, my first client on Fiverr.com, which is not the top place I'd recommend to make money online, but it's an option, and it worked for me to get started. And it wasn't for $20,000 in my first 30 days. I wasn't making 10K a month in that 6 weeks. I made $15, but it proved to me something, that $15. It proved me this is possible. It proved to me that there's market demand and people will pay for this. And it proved to me that if I can make $15, who's to say that I can't make $150 online, or $1,500 online, or 15,000, or 150,000, or 1.5 million and beyond? If it's possible to sell $15 worth of products and services online, it's possible to sell millions. So just keep that in mind, no matter what you choose to do as you build a business to make money online. Just keep that in mind, that if there's market demand and if people are buying some area, just look where the money is. Look where business owners spend money, look where people spend money, and then replicate it, follow it. Look at what other people do to make money online and do what they do. It's very simple. That's what I did. I just looked at other people. Oh, other people are making money with copywriting. Then I'm going to try this. And it worked. So 6 years later, that was in 2019. 6 years later, I made over $575,000 in profit. So that is my take home, what I've actually made. My first year, I didn't make a huge amount. I made, I think, $30,000 roughly in year one. But by the 12-month mark, I was making over $9,000 a month. And I made as high as $15,800 in a single month. Now, these aren't like, this isn't like, I'm not making 100K a month. I'm not making millions a year, but I don't care. I'm making 10K per month. I can travel the world. I'm in Thailand. I fully provide for my wife and my two kids. I can wake up whenever I want, work whenever I want, take a vacation whenever I want, and I have more free money than I could ever dream of spending. So it works for me. And I've also generated millions of results for clients, primarily through email copywriting. So here's just one screenshot from one of my clients. This is an e-commerce company, and this is to be fair, this was a Black Friday. This is in Christmas time, and I helped generate $90,000 in revenue for this business owner. So the thing about copywriting, and I'll just say for all types of freelancing in general, is if you can figure out how to generate results for businesses, they will gladly pay you money. They will gladly give you a cut. If I'm able to help this guy, and this is his total revenue that month, make $475,000, and I help him bring in like 20% of that revenue at $90,000 in that month, guess what? He's gonna happily give me a piece of that pie, and he did. At this time, I was making $8,300 per month from this one client. So roughly 10% of what I generated for him in this month That's what I made. And I was making that on retainer for this particular client. Now we're not working together anymore, but we worked together for years. And that's the cool thing about being a freelancer, whether that is copywriting or web design, graphic design, video editing, programming, sales, um, content, whatever the thing is that you do, just keep that in mind that like if you just get 2 to 3 clients, which is very easy to manage when you know what you're doing and you built up your business, you can make 6 figures per year. You can make 10K a month from your laptop and work wherever, which is what I do. So you know, I'm just going to say this too, because I know there's lots of people who are thinking like, well, what kind of business should I start? Drop shipping. I tried drop shipping before, and that's what oftentimes people are thinking that's like the best thing. Should I just try drop shipping? Should I start a product business? Should I start an e-com empire? That's what I thought at first. And I tried it, and I actually did generate sales, made over $1,000 with drop shipping. But the thing about building a product business, it just comes down to 2 things. Should I build a product business or a service business? Those are the 2 ways to make money online. Sell products or sell services. You got to sell something. Product or services. Drop shipping, e-commerce, selling digital products, selling physical products. That's a product business. The alternative is a service business where you build a skill and sell that skill as a service. I used to think that the best ultimate thing would be build a product business, so I went into drop shipping. But the problem with starting a product business like drop shipping is you're not just having to learn one thing. You're having to learn like 10 things at once. Something like drop shipping requires knowing how to market, knowing how to write copy, knowing how to source products, knowing how to do market research to see what demand is, knowing how to study the competition, knowing how to communicate with suppliers, find suppliers, communicate with suppliers, knowing how to manage cash flow. You need to have upfront capital to buy the products. You need to learn how to do shipping and logistics. You need to learn customer service, and you need to learn branding and design and all these crazy things. And that's not even scratching the surface, and sales. And you have to learn all these things at once, all at the same time, all as a complete beginner, all without knowing any of those skills. Those are all different skills to build. And somehow someone has to go from beginner to mastering like 10 skills at once, and to be able to to do this thing. This is very difficult. You want to know the easier path? Pick one skill, one in-demand skill that is a proven skill as a buyer. People actually spend money on it today, which, by the way, if you're thinking about AI and why would I go into a service business like copywriting or graphic design or video editing or whatever when AI can just take it over? This is what it comes down to. Are people spending money on it today? And will they continue to spend money on it in the future? First, answer the question, do they spend money on it today? Now, the easiest way to answer that is to go to a website. I'm not going to tell you to go on there and sell your services, but go to Fiverr.com and see where people are actually buying, ordering stuff from freelancers and hiring freelancers. Go to Upwork.com and look at people who are hiring freelancers. There's 5 million businesses on Upwork.com alone, which is a freelance marketplace or platform. There are 5 million businesses hiring freelancers all the time on there. Like, go where the money is. Look where the money is online and replicate it. And that is how you will make money online. So that's what you have to consider is, do I do product business or service business? And by a long shot, a service business is 10 times easier because you just have to build one skill, the skill of your service, whether that's graphic design, copywriting, sales, web design, video editing, programming, content, whatever the thing is. And then what do? You just offer it to business owners. And why would business owners pay the money? Because it makes them more money, because it gives them more time, because it builds their business and beyond. So for me, I went into copywriting. So why copywriting? And what exactly is copywriting? Copywriting is simply sales in the written form. So instead of doing face-to-face sales, where you convince someone, hey, buy this product or service, speaking out loud to one person, copywriting is writing things out and distributing it online. So this could be an email sent to 100,000 people. This could be a Facebook ad that you write and gets shown to thousands of people. This could be a sales page where you're selling like $1,000 product or coaching service. So whatever the thing is, anytime a business needs to sell stuff and market their services and leverage the written word, a copywriter is the person who wrote that. And the reason copywriters can make a lot of money is because copywriting is sales. So see this here, where I helped generate $90,000 in 1 month for this one business. This guy, I directly, what I wrote in these emails directly impacted how much we sold of this guy's products and services. Now, how can I influence that? Because when you understand consumer psychology, which is a key part of learning copywriting, is understanding what makes humans tick, understanding the psychological triggers, human behavior, and how to impact them. Basically, kind of how to do like Jedi mind tricks on like how to get people's attention, how to keep people's attention, and how to hook people, persuasion tactics, how to get people to buy today and not tomorrow, using urgency and scarcity, greed and fear, and all these different elements that impact people's ability to make a decision, especially when it comes to a purchase decision. So when you build that skill, the skill of sales, but in the written form, it's like sales, but you can scale it. So instead of having to speak to one person through sales, you can speak to millions at once and sell millions at once. And obviously, you're not always just going to be selling millions. This month we sold thousands. But the business owners will gladly give you a piece of that pie. So if you can bring in 90,000, they'll gladly give you 5, 10K a month, no problem. And you do that every month for one client, you're making 5, 10K a month from one client. You do that for 2 to 3 clients, there's no limit to how much money you can make with this. Now, I'm not going to say this is super easy by any means either, but I'm just going to tell you that this is one of the best options today. So freelance copywriting was and still is the greatest online business to start as a beginner. Why is that? Number one, it has the lowest barrier to entry of any business model. You don't need 1,500 skills at once. All you need to do is learn how to write and learn consumer psychology. Now, how do you do that? Copywriting combines those two skills in one. So you do that by picking up the copywriting books, studying high-performing copy, getting courses and coaching. This is exactly how I learned and what got me from complete beginner to making my first $9,000 a month in just 12 months, and which has allowed me to make over $500,000 in profit in just a few years online and travel the world and have all the free time and flexibility I want. So you don't need like 1,500 skill sets. You don't need a college degree. You don't need to have an English degree. You don't need to be an expert writer. I wasn't a writer. I never wrote anything outside of high school for years. And I did start copywriting until I was 25. So there's no you just need a laptop and an internet connection and you're good to go. Number two, it is an extremely high level for growth. So you can, easily make $1,000 to $2,000 a month on the side out of your 9 to 5 if you just want to make some extra money and make an extra 10, 20K a year, very easily on the side and just take on one client maybe. But you also could scale this thing. Like I said before, I've made as much as $15,800 in a single month. This is like 5 times what I've ever made in a 9 to 5 in a single month. And that's just me as a one-person operation, a solopreneur freelancer. This isn't like, you can take this and turn this into an agency. You can go build a team and scale to like 30 to 50 to 100K a month in revenue as an agency. So the sky's the limit. There's no stopping you on where you take this. Like your income potential, you can give yourself, my first client above, they paid me $15, right? That's my first thing I got, $15. By the time I was working with this particular client, I was making $8,300 a month from a single client. Just think about that. Just keep that in mind. So there's no limit for how you can grow. Number 3, you can apply this skill to any business like jet fuel and watch it grow. So the reason guys will pay you lots of money for copywriting, like I said before, is copywriting is fuel on the fire. Copywriting in and of itself isn't, you need to apply it to a business that's generating revenue, that has a product and service, and you can fuel it. So if you find business owners, by the way, there's 360 million businesses on earth. So you find businesses who want to grow and make money, which is 99.9% of them. Then all you need to do is find a proven product and service, find a decent company, and apply copywriting to it. And you can take their sales from here to here. You can just skyrocket it just based on the words you use to communicate with their customers and get more and generate more money like that. The fourth thing is you can transfer this to any future business you create to sell products and services on repeat. So remember before I was talking about product business versus service business, and product businesses like dropshipping and e-commerce are 10 times harder because you require 10 skills to operate and be successful. Well, copywriting is a core skill that every single business on earth needs in order to grow and communicate and sell their products and generate revenue. So if you learn this skill, this is like of the top skills you'd possibly learn as a business owner, which would be like product creation, um, sales, copywriting. Like these are the core, like target audience research. Like knowing how to write copy is like you can apply this to any future business you create, and you are going to crush it because you've gotten one of the highest leverage skills that any business on earth needs. So so in terms of like copywriting, as an online business, it is the best beginner business to start, because you only need one skill to hit a 10K month like I've done. But you can take the skill, and if you later on want to, scale to an agency or build your own product business later, this skill of copywriting will dramatically help you sell your own products and services later. So those are some of the reasons why copywriting is amazing. And guess what? This is the crazy part. It's free to learn. It costs $0 to start learning. You can learn everything you really need on YouTube, like you're doing right now, on blogs, on email newsletters, on social media, on free courses, lead magnets, downloads, stuff like that. You can go to the library and get copywriting and marketing books for free. You can go check them out. You can get free audiobooks, YouTube videos of Adweek Copywriting Handbook that I've seen online, free PDFs. Like you really don't need to spend a dime. In contrast, people are spending $100,000 on a college degree. That means nothing nowadays. But you can get started with this for free. It's ridiculous how easy it is to actually get your foot in the door as a copywriter without having to fork out tens of thousands of dollars on products with e-commerce or something else or college. So it's nuts. Like anyone can start. All you really need is a laptop and an internet connection. That's it. And the whole world basically has access to internet, and most people have a laptop. If not, you can get started with your smartphone, really. So right now, thousands of people are capitalizing copywriting and earning in just a few weeks. I mean, so you've seen some of my results. Here's just a few of my students. So here's one person. His niche is school community owners, and he signed this lady for a $1,000 program. Here's Chase. He was able to land a $1,500 a month client on retainer for email copywriting. This is a 10% revenue share deal from another student. And this was in, I think, 16 days, 16 or 17 days. This is one of my students who brand new copywriter. Within 16 days, made 800 pounds. That's like, I think it's about $1,000 US or something. 16 days in. So the best part is you don't need an English degree. I'm a college dropout. You don't need to be a lifelong writer. I never wrote outside of grade school. You don't need to have business experience. It's the first business I succeeded with. And you can get started as a complete beginner. Get to full-time fast. I got my first $5,000 a month in 7 months. My first $9,000 a month in 12 months. I made as much as $15,850 in a single month, all while working just a few hours a day. So the only thing preventing you from speeding up your progress is you. So even though this is an incredible opportunity in 2025, not everyone succeeds with copy fast. It's hard to learn on your own. There's conflicting advice everywhere you go online, and nobody really shows you step by step how to build this business. Some people show you, here's some copy stuff. Some people show you, here's how to land clients and whatever, which most of the time is really outdated advice. But nobody shows you step by step how to actually build this business from scratch in 2025. That's why I created a free course showing you how to go from clueless about copywriting all the way to making your first $10,000 a month as a copywriter. Showing you how to learn copy the right way as a beginner, how to land your first client, how to scale your business to 6 figures per year. And this is free. Like I'm not charging for this. Click the video above, go through the course from knowing absolutely nothing about copywriting to making your first $10,000 a month, step by step by step. And I'll be upfront with you. I still have copywriting clients. I make my main money as a copywriter. I also coach people. I have a paid course. I have group coaching and one-on-one coaching. And so I'll be upfront about that. So this video showing you this stuff's all free though. Like there's no secret hidden, oops, it's a paywall. You can go through this course, and this course I should be charging money for. This is the exact same things I'm teaching these students up above that I just showed you, these guys who are getting $1,000 clients very quickly within their first couple weeks. And you can get the same advice that they pay me thousands for free. So go through the course right now, check it out. Copywriting might not be right for you. You might want to go into, you may be better off as a designer or a video editor or a programmer. But what I'd recommend, like more than anything, if you're going to start making money online and if you're not sure where to start, don't go into a product business. I've tried it. Most people fail at it. Like the vast majority, it's basically taking the game and putting it on hard mode unnecessarily. Don't build a product business, at least not yet. First, build a service business. Go acquire a skill. Go acquire a skill that people pay money for today. Today, go to Upwork, go to Fiverr, go to freelancer.com. Look at the things that people are already paying money for, paying people thousands for. Look at the things that people are doing like me and other people online. I'm not the only one. I'm just a regular dude who figured out how to make money online with a skill on repeat and build that business up. But you can go and take this today and go learn a skill as a service. Offer it as a service, whether that's copywriting or graphic design or video editing or programming or sales or content. Go build one core skill and offer that to people online. And that is the easiest way to get started. You don't need upfront capital. You don't need to be dealing with suppliers and shipping and all this crazy stuff. You build one skill, you turn that skill, you apply it to businesses, you grow businesses with that skill, and they will gladly pay you money, and you can make 5, 10K a month online. So check out the course now, how to make your first 10,000 a month online as a copywriter this year, from knowing nothing about copy to your first 10K a month. Check it out now, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.